dear viewers, welcome to ERi-TV English News Broadcast for this hour. I'm your reporter for today, Bersaba Takhla, and these are the major headlines for today. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women observed in Asmara. A seminar on the role of youth in nation building held in Asab. China and Vietnam hold a meeting on bilateral cooperation. And Australia's HMAS Brisbane conducts first Tomahawk missile test. On your domestic reports, the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, which has been observed with various programs since 25 November, concluded yesterday. At the event organized at the National Union of Eritrean Women Hall, Mrs. Sanait Mahari, head of socioeconomic development at the union, stated that the organization, in collaboration with its partners, is striving to fulfill its mission by strengthening its organizational capacity inside the country and abroad. Ms. Sanait also highlighted that during the armed struggle for independence, Eritrea, despite not being a member of the United Nations at the time, worked relentlessly to implement the 1979 UN Convention on the Elimination of Violence Against Women, ratified by the General Assembly. Following independence, Ms. Sanait noted that Eritrea signed the convention in 1995, demonstrating the government's commitment to ensuring the rights of women. As a result, Ms. Sanait reiterated that women's participation has reached 45% in all educational stages, 47% in equitable land distribution and usage, 55% in socioeconomic activities, and are playing an encouraging role in political and governmental affairs. Ms. Nahla Valji, UN Resident Coordinator in Eritrea, commended Eritrea for its progress in ensuring gender equality. The International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is being observed for the 33rd time globally and the 9th time nationally. In other news, a seminar focusing on the role of youth in the nation-building process was conducted for students and youth workers in the port city of Asab. The seminar was held by Mr. Mohammed Noor Idris, Head of Organization and Information at the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans. Emphasizing that a country's development is rooted in the capacity of its youth, Mr. Mohammed Noor called on all participants to fully understand this responsibility and to enhance their participation and contribution. During the seminar, Mr. Mohammed Noor provided a detailed briefing on the journey toward achieving national independence and sovereignty, outlining the experiences gained and challenges faced along the way. In other news, a promotional activity regarding the upcoming elections of area administrators and managing directors was conducted in 15 administrative areas of Tsorona subzone. Mr. Haile Mengasha, representative of the subzone administrator, gave a detailed briefing on the election procedures. He reminded participants to identify in advance individuals they believe are well suited to provide effective and timely administrative services to the public. Dear viewers, and now please stay tuned for your international reports and more after the short break. Welcome back. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi co-chaired the 16th meeting of the China-Vietnam Steering Committee for Bilateral Cooperation with the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Vietnam, Bui Thanh Son, in Beijing yesterday. Wang, also a member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, said that top leaders of the two parties and countries have reached important consensus on advancing the building of China-Vietnam community with a shared future. Noting that the next year marks the 75th anniversary of the establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations and the China-Vietnam Year of People-to-People exchanges, Wang said that China is willing to work with Vietnam to make plans for the next stage of cooperation from a strategic and long-term perspective so as to serve each other's modernization drive. Bui Tan Son said that Vietnam is ready to deepen mutually beneficial cooperation with China in economy and trade, infrastructure, agriculture, culture and local affairs, strengthen communication and coordination in multilateral affairs, and properly manage differences to push the building of Vietnam-China community with a shared future to a higher level. The two sides held the first meeting of the 3+3 strategic dialogue mechanism on diplomacy, defense and public security on Monday. On today's final report, Australia's naval destroyer, Her Majesty's Australian ship or HMAS Brisbane, has fired a U.S. Tomahawk missile for the first time. This event highlights the growing military ties between Australia and the U.S. through the Australia-UK-US alliance. The test comes amid rising tensions in the Pacific and concerns over China's influence in the region. The missile test by HMAS Brisbane sends a clear message about Australia's stance in the region, as this development comes at a time when many nations are reassessing their defense strategies in the wake of shifting world powers. The use of Tomahawk missiles by Australia marks a significant shift in its defense approach, as these missiles are known for their precision and long-range capabilities. Dear viewers, you're still watching us on ERi-TV, and our recap of the major headlines. International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women observed in Asmara. A seminar on the role of youth in nation building held in Asib. China and Vietnam hold meeting on bilateral cooperation. And Australia's HMAS Brisbane conducts first Tomahawk missile test. That was it for today, dear viewers. Thanks for watching.